everybody. Welcome to Ikaika's Kitchen on Big Island Television. We're here with Jane Clement, Executive Assistant to Mayor Mitch Roth. Thank you for being here, Jane.
Thank you. Hello, Ikaika. Aloha, everybody. Thank you for joining us.
And tell us about the dish we're doing today.
We're cooking a popular Filipino dish called Bistek. Bistek is derived from the word beefsteak. It is savory and a little tangy. It has to marinate at the very least 1 hour. So what I use to marinate, this soy sauce right here, this is called Silver Swan. This is kind of what we traditionally use in the Philippines. You can find this at any of our grocery stores here. And then I also used calamansi. You can find this at the farmer's market. If you don't have a calamansi, of course, you can substitute it with lemon.
Lemon and lime.
And then a little bit of ground pepper and a little bit of garlic powder. And that's it. And you just let it marinate. Yeah.
Awesome.
So we will start by sauteing the onions. So what we use for this dish usually is red onions.
Okay.
And we cut it into rings like this.
Okay.
Kind of look pretty. And we're going to put just a little bit of oil into the pan. Just a little bit. Here we go. So I pre-slice these onions, and we don't really cook it through.
Yeah,
we just want to saute it a little bit, right? And
that's how I like it too. I don't like them to get super soft.
Well, we're gonna put it back into the pan later on. We're just gonna let it kind of cook into the pan here for a minute.
And so you recently just visited the Philippines?
I did. I
go
just
every
came back.
year?
We usually go every other year. I had a really great time.
Good.
And Philippines is always fun. It's always fun to reconnect with family and friends that you haven't seen in a while. But there's always fun things to do in the Philippines. Of course, food is a very much big part of our culture. I think I ate my way through Cebu when I was there. There's just so much great food.
That's the best part of traveling is to, well, for you it's returning home, right? But
yes.
You know, you gotta eat the food. Sometimes you go to places just to eat the food.
I know. Like I wake up in the morning and breakfast is ready. We eat a lot of rice in the Philippines. That's like our staple there.
No different than here.
No different than here, really. But so in the morning, my mom always prepare breakfast for us. I don't usually eat breakfast, but over there I eat breakfast every day.
What's your breakfast over there?
Kind of the same here, like eggs, chorizo, longanisa, chorizo, spam too. We have spam. They eat a lot of hot dogs over there for breakfast.
So do we. My grandma, I grew up eating hot dogs with shoyu, sugar, and eggs. She make that as an omelet. Right? So simple, right? We're simple people.
Right.
Yep.
So I'm gonna remove the onions now.
Okay.
So as you can see, there's a little bit oil left in the pan. So that is the same oil we're going to use to pan fry the meat.
Okay.
Okay. So this is how thinly it's cut like that.
Okay.
And this has been marinating for a few hours. I woke up really early this morning to do this.
Thank you.
And I told you earlier, I did a trial run last night just to make sure that I'm doing this right.
Oh, very good, very good. Good dinner last night.
Good dinner last night, yes. So just like that, we just kind of brown it on both sides.
Okay.
Ooh, it smells good.
Smells good. The people who came over from the Philippines during is it the sugarcane days?
Yes.
Talk about how that has been such an important role in this, in what our culture is today.
Yeah, so the first set of sakadas or plantation workers, sakadas, they came to Hawaii in 1906, over 100 years ago.
Wow.
The first 5 people came to Ke'au to work the plantation there. That's when the first Filipinos came to Hawaii, and they brought with them, of course, their culture, including food. And that's how we got to know adobo and pancit and all of that. Filipino cuisine is very diverse. It has many different influences. A lot of our culture is influenced by Spanish culture, of course, including our some of our food. This bistek is influenced by our Spanish cuisine. Adobo, afritada, estofado, all of that. Those are all kind of Spanish cuisine. And then there's also the Chinese. They've come to the Philippines for centuries doing trade.
Okay.
So pancit and lumpia, that came from the Chinese culture as well.
That's the connection.
That's the connection.
Okay.
But just like the native Hawaiians, though, the foundation of the Philippine cuisine came from our indigenous people. Just like native Hawaiian, our indigenous people had deep roots, deep connection with the land and its bounty. So they rely on fishing and farming and gathering, to sustain themselves. I'm from Cebu. It's in a central part of the Philippines. And where I'm from, lechon is king. We have the best lechon in the world. Like that is like the first thing lechon. I do when I go back home is I ask my family to buy me lechon because that's like the first thing I want to eat when I get there.
Is there anybody doing it right here?
Yes, there are some people who actually do that here, like the traditional way, open fire roasting kind of thing. It takes a long time to make, but we can't quite replicate the taste and the texture here. I don't know, but it's awesome over there. It's just awesome. That's all I can say. So I'm gonna remove the beef now. Also save the juices because we're gonna put that back in.
Okay.
Right. So we remove the beef, right, and we save some of the juices. We're gonna put that back in. I'm gonna add just a little bit more oil again, and to this we're gonna put our garlic. I love garlic.
Oh yeah, gotta have garlic.
I love garlic. Okay.
What's the difference between Tagalog and
Ilocano and Visayan?
Yeah.
It's the region that they're from. So Ilocanos are from the Ilocos region of the Philippines. That's up north. Tagalog, usually you can, mostly people from Manila area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Visayans, of course, are people from the Visayas area, which includes the central part of the Philippines and southern part of the Philippines. But there are probably over 100 dialects spoken in the Philippines. When you go from one island to another, they speak a different language. Wow. So I'm gonna put the sauce back in, or the marinade back in, and I'm gonna put the beef back in as well. We're gonna make sure that the meat is tender. Okay. I'll put that back in there, and we're gonna add beef broth to this.
Okay. So now I have to ask this question. I want to know about bulut.
Okay.
Did you bring some bulut?
I did not, and I don't eat it.
Okay. Neither do I. I don't have anything bad to say about it. I've never tried it.
Okay.
But what is bulut?
It's duck egg, and I don't want to eat feathers and head and whatnot.
There's feathers.
So yeah, it's, I love food, but
I've never tried it, but
it's very popular in the Philippines. It's part of our street food culture. Like everywhere you go, there's always balot. It's very good source of protein.
Okay. If you had brought some today, I was going to try.
No. There are a lot of actually Filipino food that I don't eat, but I just don't like to eat feathers and beaks and things like that.
I understand.
It's like,
It's not to love, yeah.
And we're also very big on soup in the Philippines. We eat soup at just about every meal. We even eat soup for breakfast sometimes.
Oh wow. Let's talk about Filipino American History Month, which is in October.
Is in October. So Filipino American History Month celebrates all the contributions of the Filipinos here in, not only here in Hawaii, but in the U.S. We are starting to plan a lot of activities for October here in Kona, and with my organization, the Kona Visayan Club, we are actually doing a Taste of the Philippines for the first time. It's going to be at the King Cam Hotel, October 21st. It's Philippine culture, couture, and cuisine. It will be a combination of 4-course dinner and a fashion show.
Oh, nice.
Yes, and other Filipino organizations are doing their own events as well. So right now we're trying to put together a website where everybody can go and find all the information and events happening for October.
Okay. Now, let's talk about some famous Filipinos, okay?
Famous Filipinos. Bruno Mars.
I was gonna say Bruno Mars has probably gotta be the most famous Filipino. I've met Bruno Mars several times, and we're lucky that my band, The Green, we've got to open up for him here in Hawaii.
Right.
And it shows at the Blaisdell and Los Stadium.
Nice.
And it's so amazing to see someone from just a local boy from Hawaii.
Oh, definitely.
Doing such big things.
Absolutely.
You know? And
we are very proud.
So, yeah.
Of course, Arnel Pineda, his story is also very, very inspiring. He came from very, very humble beginnings, just like many of us. But, he's made a name for himself because of his voice.
Yeah.
Jokoi, of course.
Another talented guy.
Absolutely. I'm going to add just a tad bit of sugar to this to just cut the tanginess.
Okay. Yep.
All right, so this is our Bistek Tagalog.
Bistek Tagalog.
All right.
This looks so good.
Right?
We're gonna try it now.
Okay. I hope it's good.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so show me how.
So they say you are a true Filipino if you can cut your meat with a spoon.
Wow.
Right?
Okay.
Okay, so what you do is you grab a little bit of the meat.
Okay.
See, you separate it like that. You grab a little bit of rice like this, and you see I use the fork to push all that into the spoon, and then you eat.
I love that. I love that. Okay. So I gotta just use the spoon. Okay. A little bit of rice. Yeah.
Good job.
Okay. Oh, that's very good. That's very good. I can easily mop 2 of these. Yeah. That's very good.
All right, well, there you go. One more. Just go for it. Eat the whole plate. Eat the onions. Yes, eat the onions. There you go. And so when you eat the cucumber after, it kind of cleanses your palate a little bit, and then it's good, and because it's cool.
Now we're just getting me eating. I'm eating like I'm hungry too.
All right. How does it taste?
Oh yeah, the cucumbers. It's like it sort of cleanses the palate. Yeah, very good. Bistek Tagalog.
Bistek Tagalog.
Good job, Jane.
Good job. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you guys for watching Ikaika's Kitchen here on Big Island TV. See you next time.